Yeah, that's correct. I think a better way to look at it would be not so much the unemployment rate among vets, but the labor force participation rate. And actually, when you look at that, it's quite low for vets. Now, that's a function, though, really of their age. I mean, the median age of the veteran population is 65, and we all know that older people don't tend to work as much. But when you compare apples and apples and everything, the veteran labor force participation rate is nearly identical to the overall participation rate.
And then the other factor, which is concerning, I guess, is that unemployment for military spouses is significantly higher than the national average.
It's incredible. So when my co-author and I first started to do the analysis here, he came back and told me that in 2019, which is the latest data we had, the unemployment rate among military spouses was 22%. And I just thought, that's incredible. I said, that can't be right. Go back and check the math. But sure enough, it is correct. It's 22%. And there may be some demographic factors here. They tend to be younger, and younger people tend to have higher unemployment rates. But I think really the factor that pushes up the unemployment rate among military spouses is just the stresses of military life, moving around all the time. That's hard to find a job when you're moving every 2 to 3 years.
You looked at all sorts of factors like sectors and where their veterans are misrepresented and overrepresented. Jay, what's your overall takeaway that you would give to corporations who want to reach out and hire vets and want to make this a priority? What have you learned overall?
So what we've learned is, if you look at college education in the active military force today, it's about 20%, and that's low, right? If you look at the overall population, it's about 1 in 3. But if you look at vets, it's about people who've gone on and graduated or moved on from military service. It's also 1 in 3. Many of these people go right into active military duty right out of high school, then go on and pursue post-secondary education. And so, what we've learned from all this is vets are very employable today. They have the skills that are out there. And, we would encourage people to give them a look, because they're certainly well worth having a look at.
Absolutely, Jay. And does remote work potentially help solve some of the challenges that exist?
I think that remote work is a potential game changer here as it relates to military spouses, right? We were talking before, the unemployment rate there is 22%. Okay, why is that? Well, again, they're moving around all the time, but if you're doing remote work, it doesn't really matter where you are. And the second thing that's going on here, we all know that many military bases are in, we'll call them non-metro areas, areas that don't have as many employment opportunities. But again, if they're starting to do remote work, again, you can be anywhere. So, hopefully, if remote work really becomes part of the post-pandemic landscape, then military spouses hopefully can benefit from it.
Jay Bryson, very interesting report. Thank you for joining us to talk about it on this Veterans Day. We appreciate it.